Now, you're going to get a lot of different opinions about this throughout the martial arts community. And that is, can you actually learn martial arts from home, through videos or online? Can you actually learn it? And a lot of people will tell you, no, you can't, because you have to have an instructor with you, walking you through each step and guiding you through the process. And that's actually not true. You actually can learn online, you can learn from home. It all depends upon the quality of the course and how involved your instructors are in your training, in your progress. And that's why I love this course. This is the Ninjutsu Blackbelt Home Study course from the International Bujinkan Dojo Association, which is headed by DaiShihan Richard Van Donk. Now, I know DaiShihan Van Donk personally. He's a very involved, very passionate teacher. I've actually trained with one of his students in San Diego in the 90s. So I've been doing this for like 30 plus years. And what happened was, I was training about 95, 96. I was training around those that time. And we ended up moving from San Diego to Indiana. So I had stopped doing actual in-class training. Well, when I was in Indiana, I ordered the first version of the course, which was, back then it was on video cassette, on VHS, so you can imagine how long ago that was. And I would train with that, and I did a test. I tested up to 8th or 7th Q, and then I wasn't able to train anymore. I couldn't find any training partners. Work got to where I was so busy I didn't have time to train, and so I had stopped formal training for a long time. Now I kept training on my own, without, kind of using what I had available, but I never actually ranked or did testing because I wasn't able to. Now, fast forward to two, 3 years ago, I decided to pick up DaiShihan Van Donk's new online course. Now, he went from the VHS to DVD, and then finally went to an online course, okay, which is a lot more convenient because you can watch it and use it anywhere. And what I found was that the course was, not only was it still taught the basics of the original course, and it still used a lot of the footage from the original course. However, it was enhanced with a lot of extra features that actually made your training even better. Okay, so. And this actually comes with this, when you purchase the online course, they're actually going to mail you this full binder manual that's got everything in it for you. It goes through each ranking. It talks about the history of the schools, gives you tips on how to learn and what to do, and it's something that's extra high value with the course. Now, for people who've never trained martial arts at all in their life, okay, you're probably thinking, well, can I actually do this? Can I actually learn a martial art online at home? And the answer is actually 100% yes, you can. With this course, you're going to get detailed instruction, you're going to get guidance from instructors, and there's also other people that are taking this online course that you can connect with, who can actually train with you and actually kind of give feedback to each other and help each other out. Okay, so again, if this is something you want to do, you want to learn a combat-tested martial art. This is a battle. These are battle-proven arts. Okay, this is battle-proven schools. Our art includes 9 different schools. Okay, DaiShihan Van Donk is a personal student of Ninjutsu Grandmaster Masaki Hatsumi, and Masaki Hatsumi inherited all 9 of these schools from his teacher Toshitsugu Takamatsu, okay, the late Takamatsu sensei, or O-sensei. And for something this valuable, you would think it would be thousands of dollars, but it's actually very, very, very low price. And they also have available other courses that take you beyond black belt to 2nd, 3rd degree. Even have courses that actually focus on each of the 9 different schools separately. See, with this, you're going to be learning the basics of Budo Taijutsu, okay, basics of Ninjutsu, and it includes aspects from basically all 9 schools rolled in here, okay, because they're all interrelated pretty much. They're all very similar in ways, but they all have their own unique aspects as well. And then as you get higher up in rankings, after you get through the black belt course, and you want to enhance or want to increase your training or continue your training, you can actually go and learn specifics of each of the different schools that are within our system. Okay. Now, Soke Hatsumi has since retired and has actually passed on the Sokeship or the headmastership of each of the school to some of his personal students. What Doshi Van Donk has done with Hatsumi's permission is he has continued on with the traditions to teach students the traditional ninjutsu and to actually handle all the rankings himself for this system. Okay, what we used to do, all of our rankings were coming from Japan, from Hatsumi Sensei, and since he's retired now and there's no longer one person heading all 9 schools together, what happens now is Doshi Van Donk is actually taking care of that himself for us. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I rank? How do I get tested? Okay, if I'm doing the course, say I'm in San Diego, for example, and the IBDA schools up north in Northern California. Okay, do I have to keep traveling back and forth, or if I live out in like the Midwest, do I got to travel back and forth to get tested? No, you don't. All you got to do is record your test, and then what they have you do, they're going to have you put up on YouTube in unlisted, so they can see it, and then you can just delete it when you're done. So instead of having we used to have to mail video cassettes back and forth. Okay, and now all we do is we have the course online. We test by recording ourselves and uploading it to YouTube, unlisted, so it's not public. We send them the link with our testing fee, which is very, 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 very cheap. It's like $40 for each rank, whatever. And they grade it. They give us tips. If we have to retake the test, they tell us what we need to work on, and bam. And what's great about it, you just pay once per rank. You don't pay if you fail 9th Q. You don't pay it again. You pay one time until you pass the test. Okay, which is fantastic. But the only stipulation, which is I think is great, is that you have to take your black belt test in person, because that's very, very involved. And they would like to see you in person at least once before that happens. Between your beginner and your black belt, somewhere in there, they would like to see you and kind of meet with you and train with you in person, just to kind of see where you're at on a face-to-face basis. And then, of course, like I said, your black belt test is going to be in person. Okay, but again, something that I'm very passionate about. This is this is a big part of my life. It's been a big part of my life for 30 plus years, and it continues to be a big part of my life. And it's something that once I get to that level, I want to spread this and teach it to others, because it's not only about combat. It's about really having a kind heart, and teach you how to treat people with respect, and how to spread love and kindness instead of hate and violence. Okay, so again, check it out. It's the Ninjutsu Blackbelt Course from the International Bujinkan Dojo Association. It's headed by Doshi Richard Van Donk. Again, I know Doshi Van Donk personally. He's a fantastic teacher. He's very passionate about what he does. And this course he's put all his many years, like 40 plus years of knowledge in this art alone. He's actually been a martial artist since he was a teenager in different arts. So he has years and years of experience. But he's poured all his knowledge that he's learned from Hatsumi Sensei and other teachers, and his experience in those 40 or 50 plus years into this course. Okay, so again, check that out. I think you'll love it. And with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.